office for Jame.
Well,
but,
it is just another day in the office for Jame. He's out here getting Jame things done.
Yeah.
And you don't give a Jame about what you got to say.
Hey, if you're winning the round, that's what matters most, or winning the game, I guess. So saving those orbs do have long-term consequences, usually positive for VP. And let's see if it will be positive for VP as Nemiga start things off on their map pick on the T side of it. VP wanting to bring the heat. Buster's going to push mid.
Yeah, the Peppa Jammers were ruined. We do apologize for that. Not a problem. Buster looks to accelerate the pace here, and he's going to get a little bit more than he bargained for. Speed hack almost. His speed hack removes him from the round. Now the pressure's being put on the connector. It's going to be the side of Joe. And really and truly, after a TK, Adren takes down Jame and then ultimately falls. This has not gone well.
Yeah, this would be VP in a massive advantage without that kill. Gio's just dropped lower, and that's actually helpful because now B has been taken. Sanji trying to put a stop to it, but he has no idea how deep Lollipop has gotten, who should be able to cut off this rotation off Kicker, who watches for it, but as he looks away, gets re-peaked, and that's going to leave Sanji in this clutch. 1-on-3 in the pistol round. That's a tap, and a low player in the apps as well. No kit for Sanji, no kit in the round, and he's just going to lose his head. Box with a quick kill. And Nemiga take the pistol.
Yes, and you know what that means, right, Hugo?
No. What does it mean?
It's time for Jame and company to potentially call a timeout here. It looks like we are going to be facing another one right here early in the top of the morning to you, Mr. Churchill.
Yeah, maybe Mr. Burchill if he's tuning in from around the globe.
Okay, big news, of course, now not having to do with this game. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater coming back out.
I saw that. That's pretty cool. I used to love playing the originals. You know, I think everyone played a bit of Tony Hawk back in the day, man. Everyone did. It's like a game that just feels like it transcends any like genre or timeline. Like, I don't think it matters what you play now because it feels like at some point you played Tony Hawk.
I just feel like it was the original button mashing game, you know? Like when I was a kid, I was playing on like the PlayStation 1 or like the original PlayStation or whatever, and you just button mash when you're in the air, you do something cool. Either you land on your neck or you land it, and you're great at the game.
Hey, landing on your neck is still landing, Trace. Don't let, you know, you're hitting the ground. That counts.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Like, that's a pretty great landing if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, man, basically.
How much? You don't have a lot of neck, right? It's easy to land on your feet. How hard is it to land on your neck?
Yeah, I mean, that's
not a lot of surface
true. Yeah,
area
like,
when it comes to neck.
It is impressive, yeah. That would be pretty cool. Maybe we could try and get a video of that made for tomorrow. I was going to say next week, but there is...
No next week.
Actually,
this is the last one of the road to Rio.
Yeah,
How
this
crazy
really is.
that?
It's kind of wild. Like, what a journey it's been. And it's been great. Like, you know, we've been hanging out with these teams. We've been getting players on, talking to them. I feel like I've learned a lot about, like, the inner workings of these guys.
Yeah.
Maybe not specifically these guys.
You know, maybe we talk a little bit about, you know, what we did yesterday. What do you guys think? We had a pretty decent day after we left the broadcast. Anything that you guys did that was cool?
We went on a nice walk, Trace. We walked a few kilometers. We went to a park. That was nice. You know, just sat on a bench and then went back. It was nice.
We threw an American
there we go. That's what I was looking
for. That was it, yeah.
That's what I was looking for. Now, how do you guys find the American football? How do you...
the sport of the ball.
The throwing of the football.
Yeah,
itself.
man, I didn't really
you know?
understand it at first. It definitely made me like respect the whole, because I've never tried to throw like an American football before. So yeah, man, I respect it all more now because it's like, I just figured, you know, you just throw a ball. How hard is that?
Yeah.
It's actually way harder. Who knew, right? Like, turns out when you actually don't know much about a topic, everything does feel like it would be super easy.
It's almost like professionals are really good at what they do.
You know what those people do that think those same things? Let's go to the comments section and see what the pros are thinking without even reading the article.
Wait, you have no experience in this topic, but you know everything about it? That sounds about right.
It is a pretty wild timeline. Almost like the one it is to get this match off the ground. Nemiga having won the first round.
Let's go.
And now we are going to be returning to the action, of course, with 2 JOs in the balance here. Oh, there we go. Okay, finally, we got Speedak back, and we are ready to rumble, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, Speedak's on the pistol. It's a bit of a fast round for Nemiga, who have SMGs in play. VP have forced up, funnily enough, and they've got Deeg armor with some util. Bit of a boost up in the ladder room. It's late, but it will come through. And so James in position. Is Lollipop ready for a player to be this deep, considering how fast they got Cat? It's a double setup. Buster with the first, and AK at their feet, and the only AK in the round. This is a winnable round now for VP, and Buster's making it happen. 2 kills off the Deeg. James follows up. They never saw the second player, and now it's a B split that Adren can hold down. He's dropped the bomb. Speedak coming in from apartments with 1, but even with Adren being low, James is not, and he can clear it up with the AK AK-47. That one gun on Nemiga is used against them, and VP find the force buy.
Yikes. That's going to force the reinvestment through from the Nemiga side. They're going to try and continue these force buy wars if they can, but the investment over on the VP side, these MAC-10s that were held onto, the AK on Buster, it's all pretty scary. James even got some extra money in his bank account saving for that AWP into the future. This is a great spot to be in if you're VP. That nade has a good chance to find some early damage, but they will dodge it over here in mid. Has gotten aggressive down here towards short-sided. I was looking for that window kill. Chambers able to cross on out. The rest of Nemiga, they've set up over here towards this ramp side of the map. 3 of them spilling out in towards this A-bomb site. Kicker hiding down under Palace. That nade doing good damage onto Lollipop. And Kicker pushes on the back of it. Only good for 1. He does get the info that players have gotten out through the ramp area. James tagging up another, and that's just softened these guys up for the players hidden close down towards stairs. Speedak in the meantime has gained ground over in middle. This is kind of falling apart for VP. Adren now looking to rise to the occasion, but he's all alone. James been degged out of CT spawn. And these force buy wars certainly are heating up. Nemiga about to take their second round here unless Adren has anything to say about it, and he will deal with Jaya. So now it's down to this 1v2. But MDS down inside of the site retrieves that AK, keeps the round going, and Nemiga, they're going to win a force buy of their own here in round number 3.
Yeah, it's the Deagles and the smart post plant as well. They put 2 on default, so even when one stands up and Adren kills him from stairs, MDS instantly just stands up as well. And the second time Adren goes back to the angle, he doesn't expect a player there. So, yeah, nice little bait and switch from Nemiga. Does find them around. That looked like a lock-in for VP, but Buster gets aggressive early on Cat, and they lose his life to Speedak. That's the big problem in the round, the mid-split that... gets VP now on full eco. Chamber the P250, that's the only investment. Should be Nemiga's chance to find a third, but they're playing safe as well. They're expecting another force buy, which is important, right? Some teams, you know, will win, or they think win a force war, and assume the opponent is eco before they are. And you know, you often see players run pistols into rifle rounds, or you know, play a fast approach, run SMGs. You don't want to make that mistake here and now. So Nemiga being very, very careful about them clearing positions. Boxes up in the ladder room, close towards that B bomb site. VP stacked on A. Nemiga have got a bit of a realization about that, and they're making noise as well. That might force a rotation to B for VP. But even if it doesn't, Box is going to clear that site out in a second, and there should be a third round with no issue for Nemiga. The old double check.
I love it. I love how methodical they're being. They're really like not leaving anything up to chance. Box has fully cleared this V bomb site. He's like a sniffer dog, you know, like trying to search for these players that weren't there for VP. But, you know, there's nothing wrong. You can't be too cautious if you're Box in that situation. This is going to be that third round we were hoping for Nemiga. And they're going to keep it nice and clean. If this one shouldn't get out of hand here for this T side, and VP aren't even really interested in looking into it. They're instead focused on the investment that's coming up in this round here and now. And there you go, they get 1. That's all good. If they could get an AK, VP are going to be very happy about that. Now they can get it, whether or not they can hold on to it, that's another matter. But Nemiga do stop shy of hunting these players down. So 3 on the board. I know that round there wasn't the most thrilling as a spectator. It was just pistols, right, with a B site clear from Nemiga. That was just one of those rounds. You have to get out the way. You have to get on the board. And they play it very, very safe, which was the right call for this T side. But now we get this investment from VP. And this is where things are going to look to heat up. James got the AWP out. It's rifles for everyone else. Sanji's on an SMG, but he's like one of the only players where I don't think that's ever a downgrade. He's stellar on these guns. He uses them all the time, which I think is great as well, because it gives James even more like freedom to have that AWP out. And it's a fast round here from Nemiga. They send players down in towards mid, 3 of them to be exact. Connector control already being contested by Box, and Buster, well, he gets brought down over on the catwalk by Speedak. Box has even got through this connector smoke, and I kind of love this. He can take a fight from stairs. No one's even considering this from the VP side. Kicker's got his attention divided between Palace and Ramp, and Box can just find them both. He didn't spot the second man at Ramp. That is a dread. And so I think maybe we're dealing with Kicker over towards this ramp area. They might assume that it's clear, and with this bomb rotating back through T-spawn, Adren certainly could still make this round interesting, but Box, we know how methodical this man is. Yeah. He does not leave any stone unturned, and this will just have to be a save for VP. They've lost 3. James still alive. That's the recipe right there. He does have a bodyguard as well. Sanji running that SMG. Look at him. I like this setup.
Get down, Mr. President. Yeah, I love the fact that, you know, it's not like Sanji's this.
That's pretty sick. You know, like Box. Ooh. We always say, like, he just...
What happened there? Can we... Did he...
Yeah, wait, where is Box? Can we hit 7?
Did he crash with bomb and had to kill the planter? Because that was a delayed bomb plant.
That could have been it.
So did Gio crash and Nemiga, in order to save the round...
That would explain our tech delays as well.
Yeah, okay. Hopefully we can get a replay or something, at least of that team kill. We have a replay ready, loaded up. So that will come after this round. We could probably throw it up now. Nothing's happening. This is a save. Nemiga aren't hunting. They want to stall out the round and make sure they have everyone alive. So probably a crash, but we'll find out. Well, at least they get away with the guns, right? AWP has held on 4 rifles for Nemiga, 4 rounds.
Right, let's catch it. Yeah, that's a crash.
The old crasheroo.
He was really, man, like Box didn't even want to have to do it.
Oh, God. Imagine if that was actually like a dangerous moment and he had to jump up on the box.
You left it down to 10 seconds hoping that you won't have to TK and he'll drop the bomb and then everything's going to be fine and then it goes up on top of the box. Oh, dear. That was, that there would have been a pretty heartbreaking way for things to go wrong. Luckily enough, it didn't. I feel really bad for Box there. He didn't want to have to TK Gio, and
the things this guy's seen.
Man, that's upsetting. But you know, it's the ultimate sacrifice in a way. 4-1 here for Nemiga, still in the lead, and it is just pistols around this this saved AWP at MP9. Speedax got his AWP over here in the apartments. Sanji was just jump peeking it. Now he doesn't want to go back to do that because these aren't the kind of shots that Speedax is going to miss. And that is going to prompt an early rotation from James all the way through CT spawn, leaving this A-bomb site in the hands of the pistols. Nemiga taking it very, very slowly here once again. They know that it's a pretty big risk with the low economy on the VP side. They don't want to go running into some sort of pistol stack, so they're waiting early on. They're seeing if any aggression comes through.
Oh, can you believe it? They're running into some sort of pistol stack.
Yeah, it would appear that way. As oh goodness, oh no, they're gonna walk right in. There's 4 players here for VP, and yeah.
Good luck.
Nemiga gonna try and give this their best go. Now, you know, they do still have the firepower advantage. Buster not able to get away with the kill down at the ramp area. And now they're looking spurred on, but Adren has dealt with the Palace man. James has dropped Speedak, AWP v AWP, and James comes out on top. Box now trying to get in, but he's not checked under Palace, and that could be his downfall there. He's is gone as well. And almost messed that word up, but I mean, I did mess it up. I just pluralized every word in the sentence. But let's see. Yes, now, on a bit of a swivel. But ultimately, it's going to be VP winning that 4 spy round there and then.
All it takes is for one of us to lose our minds, and the next thing that you know, maths included in words, pluralizations out of this world. And so far, pistol stacks looking pretty good for Virtus.pro. The A site did treat them okay, at very least. Sometimes just let a pluralization just slip on out.
Well, we got 2 AWPs here, and that's not a pluralization by accident. VP buying up both. James even lining up a very keen Molotov that he can throw while smoked off. What a gamer. Is that Flash or a Molly? I think it's a Molly. Yeah, it's going to pop, and
you're waiting for the whole team to do it, too. So.
Yeah. Ooh, they tried to set Adren up into middle. I don't like how VP are approaching mid. They are getting caught off a lot of these rounds. Buster is fine here, but he's been pushing up Cat and died both times while doing it. So Now he's going to push apps, and this will probably have a similar result. He will check the corner, though, and takes down Geo. That's going to be a kill back for VP, a 4-on-3 in the favor of the T's, and 2 AWPs running. So as long as that bomb's not planted, this is still a winnable round for VP, but it's not going to be easy. Boost comes through at the perfect time. James leaves the window, but MDS did just hear a scope, so he knows he's nearby, or at least he thinks he's nearby. It's not the case. This position, Nemiga can go anywhere they want behind enemy lines. CT, B, up, cat. If they do, Kicker's here, though. So they'll be grouping for this B site attack. Kicker clearing the ladder room, gets one, but there's still another man behind enemy lines. It's down to the B play, and they don't check it. Buster with a second AWP, drops a first, and this is falling apart for Nemiga.
Yeah, MDS has got to do a lot on this flank, and James has just looked away, but flicking back MDS. Oh, he gets shut down, and that is this B play.
Unlucky.
Snuffed on out before it could even come through. They're going to try and hold on to this AK, and they should be able to get away with it. No one's really hunting. Well, they are hunting on the VP side. They're just a little slow off the mark. Lollipop really gunning for it over here towards Palace. He really wanted to save in this position. It almost kind of felt like maybe he was trying to go for something there, because he was running knife out the whole time, shook his mouse around a bit. But yeah, there was just no time for a bomb plant for Nemiga. VP, they are able to lock that one in. I'd kind of like to see Nemiga try something a little bit faster here, because I think, you know, early on they're doing a lot of this waiting to see if they can catch VP out, and VP are really not the team that are going to come to you, right? Especially not on this CT side, it feels like. And, you know, like maybe you can catch like an Adren getting aggressive at ramp. I think that's one of the positions that he doesn't mind pushing up towards alongside man like Kicker, you know, throwing in this utility to help him out. That's something that we see VP do every now and again on this CT side, but I can't really think of them like being a hyper-aggressive team. That's never a phrase that comes to mind when I think of VP.
Not really a Mirage team.
No, 100%.
Not as of late.
Let's see if they can hold on to the A-bomb site. James does get that trade almost immediately, and that's going to leave us in a 4-on-4. This is the force buy from Nemiga. So this bomb plant is a bit of a necessity, and it gets denied. Wow. James and Buster both finding a man through different smokes. That's impressive. As they now sit with a pretty big lead. Lollipop double peek from CT spawn, and it is just MDS left standing in a 1v3. A lot on his plate here. 2 players back in CT spawn, and
oh no,
Jay might just have this one dead to rights, and indeed he does.
Perfect peek from James, and yeah, he's feeling it today. That's when you got to be worried if you're Nemiga. Double AWPs for VP. One from the jungle, one from the catwalk, both through the con smokes, and they get kills into A. Really denies things for Nemiga. Look at these shots, like just lined up. Buster knows where that cat plant is, or at least a triple position, and he just hits it. He's probably playing off of the info of his teammates as well, right? Someone calling, okay, they're planting, and he takes that blind shot. Really nice work from VP. They find a 4th round, they break the money in Nemiga, and in a map that they aren't typically comfortable in, or at least not prominent in, this is a good scoreline to be in. Pistols getting swapped out on the ramp to allow the Deagle to have more health and the Tech-9 to go first. That will be Lollipop, low HP anyway. Kicker looking to make some moolah here. No grenades, all down to the gunfights, and he's going to have a plentiful amount.
As long as he keeps his element of surprise, which he doesn't, he gets absolutely removed.
Wow.
And he's good for 2 as well. Sanji, though, had a bit of a plan of his own. But where will this op end up at the end of the round? Sanji continues to keep Virtus.pro in this one. Just 2 alive for Nemiga Gaming. Now the retake of the A site is here, but check this out. All the way around the world, this Lollipop is going to get popped by Buster. That's it. Just MDS and SpeedAct to try to hold down this bomb site. The more time that ticks away, they really have caused a bit of chaos here in what has been the retake. But should come through with ease. And there's a defuse for Virtus.pro. 5 up on the board first before Nemiga.
Yeah, they at least recover that, right? That could have gone a lot worse, considering how it started with Kicker just getting boomed out by Geo with a Deeg. Doubles up on A before he even goes down, so already a 3-on-5 disadvantage. VP have won 2 3-on-5s in a row now. Think back to the round where it was a retake on A with the smoke shots. That was also a 3-on-5, so VP making good work happen here. Guns out for Nemiga. The AWP again for SpeedAC. Molotov in middle keeps the Dren out, but he's going to push right through it. The fearlessness, even flashed in by Kicker. That's the kind of mid-fighting I want from VP. It feels like the first time they've actually flashed anyone to middle, apart from the time a Dren went out with the mollies into lower and died to box. Every other time it's been like a dry catwalk or a window peek with an AWP. VP keeping things fresh, and it results in a kill. A big one at that, a man advantage. Sanji's still spotting B, won't let them rush his site, not without prior warning. And this push up mid is a bit of a risk, but Buster does find the bomb.
He does. Sanji had a little bit of success last round. Sparks him to move forward in this one. He's going to be doing over there towards the B halls. He has a pretty aggressive stance, albeit so does Jame. Jame not landing the shot. He's going to save it and be able to take it for another time. Another shot, that is. 5-on-3. Nemiga need to find a way into one of these bomb sites. It's looking like it might be an A after all. Just about 30 seconds left on the clock. Flashes come over, or what they have, just to try to throw Virtus.pro. Give them a little bit of a caution in the wind.
Yeah, there's a lot of players here over towards the A bomb site for VP, and they even start to rotate Sanji around preemptively, so they understand what's about to come their way. And they're going to be very well positioned to shut this one down. Through the smoke, MDS gets dropped, and with it, the bomb plant denied. Chao's going to try and hold on to this AWP. And VP, they don't even let that bomb plant come in. It's a Dren with 3 kills in that round, and Buster even dropping the man, trying to plant the bomb through a smoke from the catwalk. Very long sentence, but a very big play. VP.
Pluralizations now.
Yeah, a lot of
words.
Pluralizations.
But yeah, look at a Dren. He makes a play right here. Ultimately, that's what gets it done. After Nemiga found themselves back against the wall, trying to get in the sight, man down, 2 men down even. It just was not on the cards. Now we see a buy back out for the side of Nemiga. Top mid smoke.
I hope, like, you know, because VP, they're a very, like, I don't want, okay, so like passive is the wrong word, but it's kind of the right word at the same time. Like, yeah, they do just hold their ground. But the one thing that I like, and I'm coming up with a lot of new terminology here on the fly, is like these like microaggressions that we see from VP. Like that round there, Sanji pushes the apartments, but just to hold a little deeper in apartments. Like he's not actually going on some huge flank, but he's still like an early warning system. He's still able to fall back into the bomb site. He still gets the info sooner. You know, we see a Dren, for example, trying to take ramps sometimes, being a bit more active in mid. They're never going to be like pushing up and taking top mid control off of you if you're Nemiga, but you are going to have to watch out for like little gimmicky plays around smokes nearer the connector, guys getting a little bit aggressive over towards the palace and apartments. And I like that, you know, you don't have to uproot your whole style of gameplay if you're VP, but I would like to see them play a little bit more confident in taking some of this microaggression on the map, rather, because it's helped them a lot in the rounds whenever they have. And this one, they've allowed Box to make his way out through the connector, no one keeping an eye on it. He's going to go ahead and clear ramp, and with good reason. This has been a position that VP have been looking to take.
Yeah, he's not alone either.
He hasn't cleared under Palace, however, and that's a nice, easy shot for Kicker. There is a man up above him who now drops down into the maws of the beast below. And it's just like SpeedAC, rather. So basically, he gets dealt with. Sorry, there's a lot of guys with numbers and Ks in their name.
Basically, Kicker, he's wearing the hat, and that's all you need to know. Big kills from him as he stays entrenched, stays hidden inside of this A site. And he is going to be ultimately the downfall of Nemiga as they try to get in here on their T side. That hasn't gone well, but I think you're onto something there, Harry. We're talking about slow-paced action. Very, very patient on both sides.
Calculated, I think is a good word for it.
Yeah.
They save 3 AKs, and they don't choose to pick up the AWP despite it being there at the end of the round, and Jame buys it. Now, obviously, you get 3 AKs. There's the value, and VP do have money, but that money can go away so quickly. 1 minute you can be in control, the next, well, not. Oh baby. Well, yeah, that's not going to work for you.
Man.
The grenade hits Box in the smoke. No clipping today. That one's going to blow you full force.
Yeah, man. Well, that's because they improved the nade hitboxes, right?
Yeah,
so
that's exactly what it is.
They still haven't. I will say, I've said like 3 or 4 things over the course of the Road to Rio that I hope get patched, and they've all been patched. So I'm going to say another thing.
Yeah.
I hope that grenades hitting people and stopping them dead in their tracks for 3 seconds gets patched. I swear, I'm not saying Valve are listening to me, but they have fixed a lot of things I've complained about.
So you are like the messenger of Valve.
No, he's the
I'm
Valve Whisperer, man.
The Valve Whisperer.
The Valve
hey, I don't think it was
Whisperer.
me. I'm not that, I'm not that important, but
Well,
I
be
do
sure
think
to
these
get
updates are coming.
Hugo, what is it on
3
Twitter?
O's and a TV.
3 O and a
Not
TV.
confusing at all.
Nice and easy,
Yeah.
obviously, to
It's
remember.
almost like my
Make
name.
sure to go over and tweet him any of the things you would like Valve to patch, and then he can bring it up on broadcast, and the next update should be rolling around. So
Yeah.
let's talk about Source 2, Hugo. Let's try and get that one out there to the masses. I think now's a good time for it.
I mean, Harry, you've already got the drop. I saw that clip. I know what you're doing. I know that you've already got the deep dive.
He was on the beta client last night.
Yeah, exactly. Messing around. You're going to tell me about Source 2 like you don't already know it, like you didn't design it by hand?
So is it true or false? We have
Look,
alts.
man, all I'm saying is you're all going to want to go buy a Valve Index very, very soon because this new Source... No, I know nothing about Source 2.
Speaking of Valve Index,
Yeah.
our normal producer, our usual producer, and Tom Eric has actually linked up the Sarah song to the Beat Saber game and has been at home meticulously
Sarah.
and violently almost thrashing Sarah in a digital world that is Beat Saber.
Hang
So
on.
Tom Eric,
What do you think Beat Saber is? It's just like a rhythm game.
Yeah, exactly. Just you got to thrash.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. No, I feel you.
Beat Sarah. Is that what
Yeah.
Case is getting confused.
A different game.
Jayo over towards the apartments, does spot a man jumping over on the cross. Box is now getting out over here towards the A ramp. That short technical timeout drawing to a close, and Nemiga now might look to pick up the pace on the back of it. Jame holding the stairs.
Ooh.
And now getting dropped from the connector. This connector area is becoming a real problem for VP. Like, they're 8-4 up, so I don't think it matters. But in a way, it matters. Like, it matters to me.
Yeah.
And so maybe that means it matters. They keep losing players from this connector flank. And once again, it's MDS to deliver 3 kills from this position. Sanji and Kicker left up in this 2-on-4. And Kicker trying to get the drop on these players in the site, using this smoke as a bit of a makeshift one-way. And it does end up being his one-way ticket to death in that round. 5 on the board now for Nemiga. And yeah, this connector position, it's something that just needs to be taken into account a little bit more for VP. Whenever we've had a Dren in here, it's been great. He's been getting kills, he's been finding openers from the connector. Whenever they leave it open, it's either Box or it's MDS. Going through that con smoke, finding themselves a really aggressive hold. And even though connector's open, no one on the A-bomb site ever feels ready for these connector flanks.
And coming into this matchup, weirdly enough, we are actually given quite a plethora of information, and one of them being that Jame has won 3 1v2s, but yet 0 1v1s. Kind of peculiar. I think.
That's an interesting one. I'd love to know the ratio. How many has he lost? That's
Would you like to know that?
yeah.
Oh.
Has he even been in them? That's the question. Buster, he is in the fight right now, but not for long. He finds Box at the top of middle. It's the AWP that trades. Box has been very fearless in this game. Shame to see him taken down so early. Often the first man in here for Nemiga. Lollipop has a bit of an inkling. He might have spotted some legs. And he wants to start cooking. Kicker is waiting on top of the flower pot, and it's all a game of patience here for Nemiga as they group the bomb back through spawn towards A. They're even leaving under. I imagine they'll leave Geo here to lurk. They're actually not going to. No one will. It's a full regroup. They're going back towards A for the set piece. The smokes are available for 3, not on Lollipop. And so the fact that he's already here is a bit of a shame. It would have been nice to have the one dude without util to be lurking in this one. As Harry's mentioned, Connector has been very good to Nemiga. But a 4-on-4 and heading towards A, as long as they get this kill, yeah, I think Geo was ready for it. I think the call was made. The legs were spotted by Lollipop, and now it's all down to a Dren. He needs multiple kills if this is to be a winnable round for VP.
Oh, these late smokes get dropped. The Dren, though, is given a little gap to play with. Only good for 1 before MDS gets that trade. 7 seconds left and a chance to deny the bomb plant, but Sanji, who gives it a go, does get dropped the moment he shows his head. Jame left up in a 1v3. And if there ever was a time to see the clutch potential of this man, it's now here in round number 14. Instead, we try and see the save potential of a man like Jame, but he's not able to get away. Nemiga, they're going to put a 6th round up on the board. There is still money for VP, but it's really not going to be a stellar buy heading into this round. They have enough to get the AWP on Jame if they want, which is a nice little treat here for VP to tuck on into. But you are going to be looking for him to get some value out of this AWP early in the round, it feels like.
Well, moment of truth, the last round of the half, and the AWP is here for Jame. He's not going to get any early fights there, Harry. It's Nemiga wanting to switch up the pace. So what a call. A B-rush in the last round of the half. There's only one man here. VP have not felt the need to put many players towards this bomb site. That molly is cut off the rest of the team. It is right now only Box fighting. And that's given time for the rest of VP to rotate, or at least another man in the form of Jame. Here's the push. Here's the commitment. They're already in the site, but Box is removed straight away. The FAMAS winning only one. Jame is dropped by SpeedX AWP as well in the apartments. And so a 4-on-3 with a quick flank available. Adren can slip the knife in the back, but he'll just take the quick shot. SpeedX dead, and now 3 more on the site. This headshot angle car is everything. The timing for MDS. When he lets go of crouch, he can do exactly that. Dropping Adren, leaving 2, and with no kit for VP, this might just be done.
Yeah, they got to be fast if they want to go for it. So much time already having ticked off this bomb. Really doesn't leave their cup running over with options here for VP. Kicker in a 1v2 that he just can't seem to find the kills in. Everyone hides, everyone dodges him, and this half is split 7-8 with VP narrowly leading the charge. Nemiga hot on their heels. Find out who takes this first map after a quick break.
Cause nobody else is showing any empathy. Rudely awake and quiet undertaking. Did I do something wrong? Life isn't easy. Why did you leave me here with my thoughts alone? I don't wanna wake up messed up, cause I can't spend another day like this. Another type of caked up breakup, where I've been finding any way to my fix. But I know I need you now, cause I don't wanna be around. No, I don't wanna wake up messed up. There's gotta be another way past this. I'm so sorry that I didn't go to therapy. Thinking everybody, even you, an enemy. Brutally awake and quiet undertaking. Did not do nothing wrong. Life isn't easy. Why did you leave me here to get drunk alone? And I don't wanna wake up messed up, cause I can't spend another day like this. Another type of caked up breakup, where I've been finding any way to my fix.
Well, we've been to hell and back. We're gonna take it till the end and come alive. All right, so we got the music out of the way, and now we're ready to jump back into what is Mirage. A quick action here, a very fast action from the side of Virtus.pro, looking to show their presence and maybe even sing some of their own praises throughout the B halls. Welcome back to the ESL1 Road to Rio. This is a quarterfinal for the CIS bracket. Of course, I'm Trace. And also with my multiple personalities, I'm Harry and Hugo as well. Talk, other personalities.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
And now I'm back again. And of course, all three of me, a three-headed Hydra even.
Hi.
Trace Hydra.
Yes. That's right, Trace.
Yes, Trace.
Yes, you're welcome, Trace. Anyway, back to the action,
Thank you very much, Trace.
No problem,
We're
Trace.
getting into the swing of things now. These pistols, down here into the lower tunnels they go. VP, they have themselves quite the advantage. They're sat in a 5-on-3. The pressure's not on right now. And they're going to look to group up and hit a bomb site together. Now, in amongst all of this, Lollipop, he's gone through the ramp. He's seen what's on the other side, and he didn't like it. It was all empty. He's now holding this aggressive foothold, and he's picked the one position that currently VP might not be ready for. He sent Kicker down here towards Catwalk, and that is going to keep the attention of Nemiga at the B bomb site. Lollipop gets caught leaving the ramp, and this will be a bomb plant. 2-on-4 for MDS. And Jaya really not fancying their odds in this one, and it might just have to be a save.
This is a round of misdirection for VP. It started with a B rush, but they didn't commit. They sent the bomb in first, and what that did is it drew a rotation in middle. Adren was waiting in mid. He kills that player from connector going up the catwalk, and then VP just bail out of B. They never wanted to hit the site. They just wanted to show the bomb, and they got everyone from Nemiga to lean towards that B bomb site. Lollipop, like you said, has the best position for it, but VP even fake it out in the late round by flash and kick it into short, making it look like they're taking B again. What that does is pull Lollipop out of his enclosed position in the ramp that could have won the round for Nemiga, and VP just kill him inside of A. So really nice round of just, you know, giving misinformation to your opponents and making them rotate off the back of it. VP, I like that pistol round. They take it without too much of a problem. 9-7. And now the force comes in for Nemiga.
Them Virtus.pro fellas just holding on to the lead thus far. And Nemiga's, well, trying to peek from the window room is absolutely going to get owned by Buster. Don't think I've quite seen anything that painful in a while, Harry.
No, definitely not, Trace. And that's quite the advantage to grab here in this anti-force spy round from the VP side. These force spies in the first half were able to find a lot of success for Nemiga. And so losing a man early on, not the start they would have liked. And now you know VP, they're going to pull the brakes here. They're going to look to wait around, see if Nemiga make a move. And it's actually going to be Sanji, the first man to fall there, just jiggle peeking. Molotov's going down towards B. Potential at a catwalk split here, especially with the rest of the gang, but they are actually going to up and leave mid. Grouping up over in the T apartments. It might be another one of these A players from VP, right? Another attempt at the misdirection. As they drop that util in towards B, it has forced a rotation from Nemiga. Lollipop going aggressive at ramp again, and this time he's gone deeper than ever before. James gets caught. And Lollipop's going to start to take a more passive hold back inside of the site. Rotation coming in from Box. He's going to move his way over towards CT. Adren leading his charge up through connector. The rest of the gang down here towards ramp. And this A-split still looking to come through, but it's Nemiga in a 4-on-2 right now. Box has been spotted, and he is getting away with damage. He's going back in for more. Just tagging them up, bringing them down low for Lollipop's SMG. And they're not ready for the under Palace position. Adren's going to trade back, but there's 7 seconds left on the clock. VP, this bomb plant not going to come through.
So
and
close.
They steal the force spy away.
Classic. That scout is a real nuisance, and Lollipop, he couldn't have played that better himself as well, right? Not only wins that ridiculous fight versus an AK that's holding him, but he spots more, and that information alone lets Nemiga set up for A, and, you know, on top of that, he backs off into the site, he plays passive, plays off his scout's info, and then gets another kill before it all comes to a close. 8 rounds for Nemiga, a force now back in for VP. They've got the Deagles. Let's see what they're going to do with them. VP aren't going to be happy that they find the pistol, but the conversion is not theirs. That's really given away back in now for this Belarusian team.
Yeah, but how is it that I don't understand. Virtus.pro running out of time and in the round prior, anti-eco. What happened here, Harry?
Yeah, you know, I mean, they just try and do like the classic misdirection over towards B with a fake getting thrown in there, and they rotate back to A. The problem is that Lollipop has just been allowed to go aggressive at ramp in these last few rounds.
Yep.
And so he is that early warning system in place. The moment they spotted players in T-spawn, it was like, you know, the ruse was gone. And yet VP, they're still sneaking up. They're still setting up outside of A, trying to be quiet about it. Well, that left them with no time. So... Ooh. Now they're trying to be a little bit faster in this round. They've already sprung down in towards mid,
Sanji.
but that nade, yeah, sorry, Sanji, man. It was great watching you in this round, but my word, he gets deleted. Jayo's in with 2, he's dropped the bomb, follows up with another. Nemiga, they'll take themselves the 9th. They tie it up 9-9, and now there's no money on the VP side. So this should be a 10th round looming. VP, in this one, you know, they tend towards a pretty, like, measured style anyway, and they're not one of these teams that are going to look to just get this Glock round out of the way. Now, while I love that from, like, a spectator perspective, right, because, like, no one, you know, these rounds aren't that interesting when it is just Glocks on one team, what I imagine we'll see from VP is they might try and draw this round out to get as much utility out of the hands of Nemiga as possible. You want to try and force as much reinvestment as you can, and, like, the best way to do that is through kills, but if you only got Glocks, another way you can do it is just by forcing all this util out of the hands of the CTs. Because, you know, when you're reinvesting in a whole belt of that, you are spending thousands of dollars. So, obviously, in-game currency, not real money.
Yeah, it's not synced up to your card, Harry. Don't worry. That would be quite the risk reward with CS. Money 10 mans with a whole new meaning now.
That would be cool.
Yeah,
you pay
like
real life money.
Yeah, nothing like,
game.
you know, being 30 grand in debt after losing a matchmaking game. That would
make him feel a lot funner, wouldn't it? When
it would definitely raise the stakes when you're talking about, hey guys, we're rushing drop this round.
When your teammate TKs you for the AWP in spawn and you've just dropped 5,000 real life dollars on it, that would be fun. That'd be a fun feeling.
Bet you'd think about it a little bit more though.
I'd be TKing everyone, straight up. I wouldn't be spending a penny. I'd just wait with my Glock. Oh, some guy spent 2.5 grand on an AK. Now it's mine.
Wow. Oh. Well, let's get back into the action. And boy, is there some action for Lollipop. He's got 2 in on the ramp, a double peek. And somehow Box wins it as well. I don't know what's going on, guys. This rifle round has just started, and already it seems over. Smoke shots for Box, a double kill for Lollipop, and wow, it's a 5-on-2. VP almost no way back into this round, just tucking in, hoping for over-aggression, but even then, it need to be on an exponential level for VP to get back into this round. James going to go back and group with Buster after a bit of damage to mid.
Yep. Well, there you have it. Nemiga Gaming have slowed down to a screeching halt, as have Virtus.pro. No one really looking to take any sort of information until now. In fact, within earshot of each other, James is closest to Box, but both are so eloquently quiet in their approach. Now James going to take the first peek. He's also going to take the first shot, and he's going to land it on Lollipop. There's no wrapper left on the ground to be found. Now, just hitting the back of the site is Box. Very low HP, but the time is dwindled to nothing. All Box has got to do is stop the plant. Can't seem to do that, and then ultimately dies.
He almost killed his teammate in CT spawn.
Or intarnation has just occurred here. Buster, 1v3.
That was one of the worst sprays I've ever seen for Buster. Yeah. He's going to fall as well.
It was like incredible at the same time. Like, I've never seen anything like it, but that was great. Like, there was a lot of chance for things to go wrong in that round there. Yeah. I don't really even know how VP get the bomb planted.
I feel like VP are really making it hard for themselves. Like, you know, just bleeding. Like, I understand that, right? Your idea for VP, 2-on-5, you want to wait. You want to see if Nemiga make mistakes. You want to hope they push and give you a kill. But if they don't, why wait till 15 seconds before you contact out Palace, right? You just have nothing to fall back on. Jame gets an immediate kill. Yeah, exactly,
take the
right?
whole plan,
and there you go, the round's done. Jame dies, the round's done. Doesn't matter that Kicker's planting, the round is done. He can't win that. They are all over him, even though some of them are missing, you know.
That was rough to watch from an outsider perspective.
VP do this all the time, and sometimes it's great, sometimes it really doesn't make sense, and I feel like they need to use more of the round time for their favor. These guys are so talented, and they love making it hard for themselves. If they go out with 30 seconds there, they have a chance to frag, freestyle, hold position. You know, Nemiga are more likely going to make a mistake when they know where you are, right? They're going to fight you. They're going to feel like they want to kill you at 20 seconds.
Not to mention, right, it's like if you have 30 seconds and you're in the site or you're challenging the site, that's when you're going to catch the CTs, like, quickly trying to rotate into these defensive positions, you know, like when you catch them getting all scrambled on the back of the contact, and you don't have the time for that. Like, your priority when you have 10 seconds is to get the bomb down, otherwise you lose the round. And that leaves you with just one player having to fight off the remaining, what, 4 individuals that were still standing. You
haven't cleared anything by that point, right? Like, because you're obviously going at Palace with 10 seconds. So
Jame has managed to get in through the window. This is like whole uncharted waters for Jame. He's not normally this aggressive. And Gio just missed the timing. Oh, Jamie boy, let's see it. What have you got up your sleeve? He's going for a knife, and oh, there it is. You love it, you wear it, and Jame has just completely annihilated MDS in this round. They're wondering, like, Jame? In our spawn, this is the fastest he's ever moved. And he does get cut down immediately after. But this has allowed the bomb plant. It's left VP in a 3-on-3. That is probably like the fastest strategy I've seen from this VP squad. And it's worked wonders. It's secured them control of the B bomb site and made this round feel doable. This is the VP I want to see more of. They took a risk, they took a chance, and it's worked brilliantly for them. Sanji comes in with 2, and they put a 10th on the board. Now, I'm not asking for Jame to come in on a flank and get a knife kill every round. I'm not asking for something that fast, but just there were a lot of options open. There's a minute and 10 seconds left when this kill comes in. You don't even have to go B if Jame died immediately after that, right? But he doesn't. They go on to take the bomb site. They win the round. And that's the thing, Hugo, I'm inclined to agree with you. VP, there's so much talent on this squad. I would love to see them play to that favor a little bit more, because I know they feel comfortable with these slow plays. But it is just, if things don't go 100% according to plan, then the round is lost. And that's how it feels.
It's more like when you do them, right? Like, they're so great situationally, but VP, they found success with them, and I feel like they feel a necessity to do it more often than not, and that isn't the way, right? Because then that just becomes your style. It becomes predictable, and Nemiga aren't going to push in the 5-on-2 because they know you're waiting. So, yeah, we can move away from that, though.
Well, I mean, technically, it was Jame time in that last round, but in a different way, that he was saving Virtus.pro face and getting that kill, opening up the B bomb site. That's all I've got to say about that, ladies and gentlemen. And I think that we're going to end that on that note. 10-11, Nemiga looking to hold on. Looking to see if they can keep alive the streak of rounds that got them in the lead in the first place. Buster eerily working his way up the catwalk. He's not going to be alone if he continues to push, but he's going to hold out for just a second or two inside of this little window area, also known as the ladder room. Meanwhile, Shotty won a thug. Bottles in the club, but it's Lollipop 2K trying to find a dub.
That's a start. It's just not a finish.
Yeah, it does get traded by Jame, but that was the bomb spotted, and Jame is alone at ramp. I don't see him committing here, not without this connector support coming in at the same time, and the timing on this could be pretty favorable for VP. They have a timing where they could have caught SpeedAct, but he has gotten past. They now know 10 seconds on this clock, and the bomb plant will come in. Oh, no. James run round to the wrong side. Sanji now trying to get the numbers punched in. Bomb plant's denied the round. Should be won by Nemiga on the back of time, and they kill everyone anyway. Dying after time is Buster there, and now there's no money for VP.
They had it, Harry. Oh, they love playing with our emotions. Sanji gets 2 kills on the bomb site. Jame is open to plant for connector. I imagine he's scared of the catwalk, and so he goes, guys, I'm going to plant safe. Well, what's the one position that VP haven't cleared out in the round? CT spawn. It was not a safe plant, Jame. If anything, it was the most dangerous part of all, and he will get punished for it. Sanji can't stick the bomb either, and that's a round one by Nemiga that never should have been. I actually really like that 3-on-3 right with Jane putting loads of pressure out ramp, setting up his teammates with all that utility. Just bottled it in the end, didn't he? Nemiga, they're going to be very happy with that round. It might have just saved this series for them, or at least in the short term. And again, that was VP, right? Like, they had to plant. Why did they have to plant? Because there's 10 seconds left. Because VP left it till those 10 seconds before they committed. Oh, oh.
Some teams can do that. Now, let's not stray away from the idea there that some teams can exhaust the clock up to the point where they know they can get the bomb down and still force fights.
I don't know. It's 2020. You don't see many teams play like that anymore for good reason.
It can still happen, Hugo. Don't sleep on Cloud9.
All it's doing is punishing VP in this game. So,
oh, yeah, that's a different story. There's a lot of Jane going on.
Man, that's always like, because I really like the players in VP, but I will say that, like, I feel like their style, it was like one of the reasons why they rose to fame, but now it doesn't feel like it works in their favor anymore. And here in round 23, it is something a little bit faster to kickstart it. They try and get this mid control, they get players into connector. They're setting up to split this A bomb site. Nemiga sat here with 3 players ready to hold the line if required. They're holding on to connector, they're holding on to ramp. There's 20 seconds left on this clock as VP try and make the push, and they will get 2 of the kills required. Speedak rotating in, and he removes Buster, leaving us in a 2-on-3 now for VP. A bomb plant found. Jane gonna set up towards CT. Kicker holding from ramp. These 2 isolated in their peaks, and Jane gets broken off from the rest of the pack. Now Kicker trying to answer the call, and he can't manage it.
Did I say Virtus.pro was going to win this?
Yes.
Yeah. I was fibbing, guys. It was all a joke.
Ah, yeah, say it. Say it 23 rounds deep, Trace.
This is coming from Hugo changing his prediction 1 map into the series very frequently.
Yeah, but I'm often right. I often do it for good reason.
Oh, of course.
I think it's better to know when to get out rather than to delude yourself because of something you said 2 hours ago. But that's just me. I mean, you know, prediction king
once
at the
you
top of the
voted
scoreboard.
for something, you commit to it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's how it
the
works.
English way, I think it's called.
Of course, Nemiga 13-10, and they are committed to this series. Things are looking good on the Nemiga side. Lollipop trying to get his taste of the action over at ramp. He gets tagged by that molly, and now they know they swing him together. It's Sanji and Kicker. VP about to try and make this A play work. They've left time on the clock. They're set up. They're ready to go. Everything's in place, including this connector flank from Jame. And 1:20 to get it done in. They're going to wait for Jame to get himself set up over here towards the connector. And that's because this flank was expected to kickstart the round for VP. But Box had his eye on this position. Adren, he's the trigger man. He gets that kill. And that's the decision to commit now from VP. They get out at ramp. And now they actually fall back. They go back through T-spawn. They might try and go to B. They are going to catch this flank from MDS. And that is a big kill for Adren. He hightails it back through T-spawn, leaving Buster in the palace. VP gonna spread out and just hold for these flanks to come in.
Another waiting game we have. CT's gonna opt to go for a bit more of a split defense here in terms of we're gonna send 1 player over to the B site. We're gonna have Speedak opting from A, hopefully as best as he can as an early warning, because here come Virtus.pro. Adren's gonna grab that bomb up. And Sanji, well, he's out of the round, but Buster, he's going to be the one here to stay within the apartments.
And Kicker, well, he's
also
dead.
out of the round, yeah.
But Buster, he's coming from the palace. 15 seconds, tick-tock. Bomb's going to get planted, and it won't be a problem. Speedak could stop it, but he's not going to. He won't realize, and Adren gets a chance to back up in the 1-on-2. Oh, yes. I thought he was going to go all the way around. Instead, he's going to jump palace. This also works, because actually, there's no way Speedak can know that he got here. He's been holding palace. This is a good call for Adren. The issue is this is a reverse default plant. So Adren has to go extremely wide to stop a defuse. If they tap it and he goes wide, they are going to be able to kill him. That's the big issue here for Adren.
That's that.
That's another issue.
And
he's also around.
Defuse.
Oh, they actually don't have a kit. It's Jaya with it.
Yep.
So he was the guy who threw the Molotov. That's given Adren a little bit more time, but Speedak, he's already aiming up at the palace. He's read that one well. They had a good idea. Even the molly going in there, they knew what was going on. Nemiga 14 on the board.
I thought because Adren didn't get seen planting and they didn't know where he went, definitely at least, he could have wrapped T-spawn and gone on that mid flank. I think that would have been a really nice call, but again, with the plant, it wasn't a great play.
Yeah, and not to mention, they were holding for exactly that up until the point that they mollied Palace. MDS had his eye on the wraparound, and that's originally, especially with the plant where it was, they weren't anticipating Palace to begin with. And now it's a fast A play here from VP, kicking things up a notch. Let's see how this one goes. Into the maws of Lollipop they go, and one by one, they get torn apart. Oh dear, it's all gone off the rails in this round for VP. Nemiga, map point, 15 on the board, 15 to 10, as they're about to take their map pick over VP. No money for the VP side either. They will invest. They get everything they can, obviously, up against 15. It's going to have these AKs, but you'll note there's no head armor on James, no head armor on Kicker. That means these two M4s on the CT side are very, very deadly. And the players that do have head armor for VP, well, they're taking a bit of a hit in terms of the firepower, all with the exception of Adren. Sanji on an SMG, as we've kind of said, one of the players who can make these guns work very, very well. So I don't necessarily look at that as a downgrade. Box trying to pick up the pace here. Does get shot in the face by James, so a man advantage taken for VP up against 15.
A little bait just to force a shot from any under players, but the closest is Speedak in the connector. That smoke will fade soon, and he's going to have a bit of a sight towards middle. An area the VP have not really frequented in the T side of this game. This could be something, though, the boost up. Not to boost in, but rather to fight. And James will get one of those fights if he hangs around, which he won't. Lollipop moved into position, and now they can reboost. But little do they know, the reposition has come through. And Lollipop was ready for that play. Almost on rails. The timing of that one is perfection for Nemiga. Although that's good as well. Kicker walks out the Palace. He catches Lollipop leaving. Buster has the bomb. He could lose the bomb. He could lose everything right now. Speedak peeking with the AWP. He's got it. But he's all alone on the A site. He's all alone with this package. Going back to spawn to fight. Adren's dead up in the ladder room. That's a further player down for VP. And this whole map could come crashing down into a close in this very round. They're trying to get the bomb back under control. Speedak hits a shot. He is low, but he's done damage. And can just decide to give up this bomb. There's 30 seconds.
He's still going. He's still going for it. And Sanji does deal with him. But are they going to be ready for the two other players still inside of the site for Nemiga? MDS swinging on out. Gets the info that both players are coming from ramp. And this allows Gio to just sit and be patient. And he deals with them both. 16 to 10 for Nemiga. They put their map pick in the bag. They go 1-0 up in this quarterfinal series. Things are heating up. So be sure to join us after a quick break.